said it's tradition on Cub Camp, on group camp, to start with a curry. Every Friday that we start the camp, we have a curry. So we thought it'd be nice just to do something along that line tonight. I don't know whether you're going to cook along with me or whether you're going to just watch, but either's good. You're not likely to have as many ingredients as I've got here, but you know, I've got everything just so you can see how wonderful the spices of India really are. So curry, the word curry actually literally means sauce. So sort of generically it would be called, if it was in India, it would be called gravy. So curry is a sauce that they use as a base for every curry. It's the same set of spices, and then from that they then develop it using different things like coconut milk and tomatoes and lentils and all sorts of different ways of making that to be a different curry. But the basic sauce paste, gravy, is the same every time. And the only thing that really differs, that makes things more interesting, I suppose, is the actual amount of chili, or the type of chili that you put in it. So it isn't a curry unless you've got chili in it. But to have a very mild curry, you would put a very small amount of chili in it. So the curries go up in stages. So you start with the korma, which is the mildest curry that you can have. So there's a very small amount of chili. Then you move through to a pasanda, and then a biryani. Then you go up to tikka masala. So we're getting hotter every time. And we go up to a dance and a boona, then jalfrezi, then madras. Then you've got the vindaloo, and last of all, which I've never managed to eat, you've got a thali. So there's all different stages, and that all depends on how much chili you put inside. So the basic, what we start with is seeds. I don't know if your parents have had a rummage in the cupboard, but we start by toasting whole seeds. Now, all spices are much better whole. As soon as you grind them, they start to go off. So and they have so much more flavor if you use them as a whole spice. Okay, so what you want to do is start with some coriander seeds. So I don't know if you can see them. They look a bit like that. You just put a handful. We're going to dry toast these. So they're literally going to put them in a frying pan with no oil, nothing. And we're just going to toast them, and the smell is going to be amazing. And then we've got some cumin. I'm using my hands because I've been a chef forever, but you probably should use a teaspoon. So this is the cumin seeds. This is going to be your basic seeds. And if you can see those, they're whole. It looks a bit like that. And then you've got your cumin. I know I'm doing it ready steady like last time. Then you've got the mustard seeds. These are amazing when you toast them, and they're really small. They're amazing. They're so cute. So the mustard seeds look a bit like that. So you can see that. These are mixed mustards. They're black, but there's some red in there as well. And then you've got fennel. So there's all these seeds. They're all whole. Yeah. So this is the fennel. You can see, and I hope you can see it. Very, very green and very, very vibrant. So you pop them in as well. You turn it on. This was a good start. And then these are black peppercorns. These are whole black peppercorns that you would normally put in your grinder like this to grind, or you would put them in a processor to grind them. But these are whole, so we're going to pop those in as well. Now you're going to see we're going to get these going on, and then we're going to put some turmeric in as well. Here it is. This is ground turmeric. Okay. Teeny bit, just to toast them off. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that now. In the pan, we've got whole seed and a little bit of turmeric, and we're just going to toast it off. And the smell that's going to come off that is going to be absolutely incredible. And you mustn't burn it. Just put it on very lightly, and you're toasting it. Basically, you're toasting your seeds. So that's, I can smell it already. It's lovely. It's amazing. So you put that all in until it starts to smell. It smells absolutely awesome now. So the next thing you do, I don't know if you've ever seen one of these before. I hope your parents have got one. This is a pestle and mortar. This is a traditional Indian food piece of equipment. This is their sort of standard piece of equipment, and it's this one is made from marble, so it's very hard. And what we're going to do is we're going to put the seeds in here and all the other spices, and we're going to grind it. So hopefully you can rush to the kitchen and find it and get grinding with me. So that's nice and toasty now. Can you see it's smoking? Yeah, so we want to get that into the pestle and mortar. Get rid of that. I hope the cars going past aren't affecting you. So you can see it in there. So far we've got coriander seeds, cumin seeds, mustard seeds, fennel seeds, black peppercorn, and a teeny bit of turmeric. Okay, and then we're going to get this and we're going to grind it into a powder. Okay, so you're using a twisting action, and you're going into the seeds to smash them. Basically, you can be as violent as you like because you won't break the pestle and mortar. Yeah, so you're giving it a really good grind, and the smell is coming off beautifully. So now I'm going to whack in some garlic. I say whack in a lot, don't I? So now you've got some garlic, which I actually peeled some earlier. So it looks like that. Yeah, so this is a garlic bulb. So you want to put in the garlic now. And you want to keep going. This is the boring bit, but I like it. It's therapeutic. So after you've got all of this grated down into a nice little pulp, and if you can see it coming together there, you then go for your other spices. Now these are your spices. So you start with the seeds and then you move on to the spices, and the garlic is going to help to pulverize it all and blend all the flavors together. Okay, so this is cinnamon, it's whole, and when you grind it, it obviously goes into a powder. So I've got some here, some ground cinnamon. It's a lovely color, it smells amazing as well. We're just going to put a little bit in there, and then we've got paprika. Paprika's quite feisty, actually. It's a little bit like curry powder in a way. It's got it's very aromatic. This is paprika here. So you can see in India they use everything from the land. They're using the seeds, they're using herbs, they're using all the spices, everything that they can find to hand, and it's regional. The curries are regional. So, for example, if you were in Goa, you would have a fish curry because it's coastal, it's southern. So, and you know, in inland, you would much more likely have goat or chicken or meat. So they tend to do curries. Well, they do curries that are regional and based around what they have available to them at the time. So we've got everything going on in here now. I mean, I don't know how many ingredients we've got in here now. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. Okay, we've got 9 so far, and then we keep going with it. You need to put in a teeny bit of sunflower oil. We're gonna end up, hopefully, with a paste, and then we're going to keep grinding. What haven't I put in? Oh, the chili, the most important part. Okay, so you can see. I don't know if you can see it in there. It's really starting to macerate and come together into a nice paste, but we're not there yet. So chilies. These are dried chilies. These are the hottest type of chili, actually, because when you dry them, it intensifies the heat. So these are dried chilies here. So we're going to make a really mild one. So we're just going to put in 2, okay? Because I don't want to blow your heads off on the first night of camp. Okay, so there we go, we're ready there, and then we'll keep going, keep smashing it. Shush, you two. Sorry, it's my dogs. That's Marley and Rosie, a pair of Dachshunds that I rescued. So it's coming together really well there. The next thing in is some tomato paste. So this is what's going to really sort of hold it all together. give it a good squirt. The great thing about curry is this is the base paste. This is the start of every curry. And every curry from this grows, but the versatility of it means that if you don't like ginger, don't put it in. If you don't like cinnamon, don't put it in. You know, you can make anything. You can make any curry that you want, and it should be fresh. When people think about curry, I think they sometimes think, you know, it's all stodgy. It should be beautiful and fragrant and vibrant and full of life. It certainly shouldn't be stodgy or boring. Okay, so I don't know, you can see that. Abracadabra. So have a look. You can even create your own recipe, really. It's really one of those things that, you know, you can, as long as you've got the basics, you can then move on from there and do whatever you like. Vegan and vegetarian curries have become hugely popular because they're so healthy. The health benefits of chili, well, all of the things in this pestle and mortar right now are insane. They're so good for you. And chilies are easy to grow at home, really easy to grow at home. So now we've got the paste, we can grow. So you can see it there. I'm ready to go. You do need to cook it a little bit, the paste, because you need to cook out the chili in it and make it ready, steady, cook moment. So now we're going to get the paste into the pan. You can see it going in there. Never waste food, get it all out. Okay, so the next step, one large onion. Okay. Going to get that going now. It needs to start cooking with a little bit. So you're going to cook your paste out. So now you've got this. If you added 3 chilies, 4 chilies, 5 chilies, you would keep going up in terms of strength, and that's why you would end up with eventually a thali, which is ridiculous. I forgot to put the ginger in. So here's some ginger. I'll put it in now. I forgot to put it in, and it's actually really important, so I'll just put a little bit in. Right, so onion. Remember spag bowl? So you get your claw like this around the onion, tip in, and then cut off the end and push it away from you. Okay. And again, tip, claw, so you don't cut your fingers, tip in, and then down. Nice, straight, smooth action. Okay. So I've decided tonight that I'm going to make a tomato-based curry, but like I said before, you can put water in it and lentils, and you can, you know, butter beans, anything. You can vegetables. Now you've got your base. You can literally do what you want. You can put in coconut milk. I had some earlier. You can put in coconut milk and end up with a really nice sort of cormery kind of effect. You can put in cream, but I'm going to put in some tomato because we're going to go for quite a basic one. And then I don't know if you can see that's coming together nicely there. Just put a little bit more oil in. It smells amazing. Jack and I are going to have this sitting in our tent. I don't know if you guys are going to. So, I mean, I've bought some bits tonight just to show you how versatile it is, really, because I've got some salmon. You can cook the sauce and then drop the salmon in at the end. I've got some cod. This would be like a go and boona with a fish boona. That would be lovely. You can even use beef, which you need to get in quite quickly so that starts to cook. I've got beef here that's chopped into very small cubes. And you can also, I mean, I'm going to use chicken. This is the cod. I'm going to use chicken because it's really versatile and it makes a great curry. So, but I've brought those along to show you that you're not limited. You can do whatever you like with a curry. It's probably the most versatile dish there is. So the sauce is coming along nicely there. It's not quite as round as I'd like it to be, but then I'm trying to do a demo and it would have taken a bit longer. So it needs to be a bit more pasty than that. There you go. I popped in the tomatoes there. You can see now it's starting to look a little bit more like a curry. So I'm going to whack some onion. Not too much onion, but just a little bit. It's nice. And then I'll do some potato as well. Just chop it up. If you're going to put root vegetables in a curry, get it in nice and early so it cooks through, and chop it into small pieces as well, because otherwise it won't cook in time, and then you'll end up with undercooked potatoes and overcooked chicken, which isn't pleasant. So yeah, I mean, it's coming along nicely there. I've cooked some long grain rice to go with this curry tonight, which is 1 cup of rice and 1 cup of water, and then bring it up to the boil and then let it simmer. Put some bay leaves in it, and some salt and pepper. So put some bay leaves in that as well. So I've used this rice, till the long grain, and here's one I made earlier. So I'm going to put my curry on the top. Okay. I like a really zesty curry. I love it citrusy. So just, you know, I've got some lime juice here, some Gomo lime juice. For me, I love it to be nice and sort of crisp and citrusy, like nice and fresh. I just put in a little bit of that. Honestly, from this point on, you can basically do what you like. You don't have, there's no rules, you know. That's the joy of curry. You know, I don't want to come on here with a rigid recipe and say this is curry, because curry is so much more than that. Curry is, you know, it's a really great food to play and create your own dish with. So I'm going to put some small pieces of potato in there. As you can see, oh my God, it smells amazing. As you can see, it's coming along nicely. Now, I put this here because actually at camp, you would do all of this on the fire. You'd make yourself a nice base in the bottom there, and you would be cooking on your campfire like this, which is actually how Jack and I did it last year. He doesn't want to join me today, he's up in his room. So just to show you that that's how you probably should be doing it, but I'm doing it on an induction hob because it's quicker. So now I've got the chicken. Should I go with chicken? Yeah, I'll go with chicken. So I've got the chicken that needs to go in. Chopped just I've got some nice slices of chicken, not too big. Keep it small so it cooks. Just pop that in. And then next you've got rock salt. Rock salt is it's amazing. It's so much better than you know, salts that have been made with chemicals. So it's a bit like the Malden sea salt that I had last time, but this is a rock. It's a Himalayan salt. It's also more salty than salt. I don't really understand why, but it just is. So you get your grater and you grate your salt. Not too much because it's not good for you to have a lot of salt. Okay. So as you can see, we have a chicken curry. A relatively mild chicken curry. I would probably call it, I don't know which one it is actually. I'd probably call it a biryani because it's like a pasanda biryani, somewhere in the middle there. You can also add a teeny bit of water if you want to just slacken it off a bit and make it a little bit juicier. And then you just simmer it until you're absolutely sure that everything's cooked and the chicken's cooked through. I actually pre-cooked the chicken, so I know it's cooked. So I just wanted to add it in right at the end of the curry. And then obviously you're just going to, this isn't quite cooked because I'm going a bit faster than I should. But obviously you then just pop it on your rice. And it's great with some Greek yogurt or some tzatziki or some mango chutney, but you know, either way you can just sit around the campfire and eat it, and it will warm your bones up, especially if it's cold, which it isn't tonight, but we have had very cold Friday nights at camp before now. So I think that's about it, everybody. I think I've finished. I think we've got our curry, and I hope that I didn't waffle on too much, and I hope you enjoyed the demo, and I can't wait to see you all tomorrow at the various activities. And if you want me to write this recipe down for you, then I'm happy to do that.